want to report a murder.
She's turned herself in.
I've committed a murder. God, the voices stop. Why won't they go away? I don't want to hear them. I don't want to listen.
What's your opinion, Arthur? Could she be telling the truth?
It's possible. I doubt it, though. She's had a bump on the head. She could do or imagine anything.
Yes, they planned to murder a girl named Jill, didn't they? No, it is a girl named Jill.
Oh, come on, Tom.
And the murder did go as planned, but then she panicked. She jumped into the car.
And he just let her go, I suppose.
No, he didn't, no. She'd taken the car, so he had to go back.
What for?
To cover up, hide the body.
What kind of investigation is
It's
this?
no good, George. They know. I told them.
They know what?
It'd be easier if you opened the cupboard, sir.
We can break it open. Well, they haven't killed her yet, anyway.
Yet
Killed
being
who?
the word.
Jill Pembury. They were planning to kill her, you know. Seems so worked out, well planned. Break-in, alibi, poker.
Hello everyone and welcome to the video. My name's Serenity Soul on the Axe and today we are in with Thriller episode 6. So far the first episode's been good, second, third. The fourth episode was okay. The last episode was middling, I'd have to say. But I am enjoying these series. You can't expect every single anthology show to be a hit every single episode. So I'm looking forward to moving on with them. And if you're on YouTube or Dailymotion, I thank you all so very much for watching. I gratefully appreciate it. Please give a like if you want these episodes to come down sooner. And to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content back to you. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're enjoying all the shows, all the early access shows that you're getting. And if you're tier 2 on the above, you're enjoying all the exclusive shows. And if you're VIP tier, I hope you're enjoying being far, far in front of everybody else. So with that, thank you again, and let's get on with the video. So I didn't look what this one was called, so I cannot hazard any guesses of what it's about. Saw the picture, I just didn't look at the title. That's starting to look like the other episode did. Last episode. Excuse me. I see just killed somebody already. This is becoming a staple of this show now. Someone dies straight away. I'm starting to get the hang of that. Your fingerprints will be on it, love. Could they fingerprint in the 70s? Back at the police station.
It's very funny that there haven't been any calls for you.
What?
Well, you've been promoted to detective a whole week now and no word from Scotland Yard.
I told you the
There
bill's
must
on
be
a
some case
Sunday.
that has all their experts baffled.
Are you looking for these?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I bet the word's rolling through the corridors of power right now. Send for Tom Patterson. Oh, Detective Constable Tom Patterson.
Cut it out, Frosty.
Well, after all, you solved the case of the vicar's missing lawnmower. Brilliant, incisive,
It was
forensic
brilliant from the
thinking
vicar.
that was. You homed right in on the garden shed where he forgot he'd left it. Ooh,
It wasn't brilliant for the vicar.
That's wishful thinking.
What do you mean?
Well, if we did get a case like this, do you think the superintendent would let you handle it?
Why not?
No, Tom, what you've got to remember is, to get on, you have to avoid treading on too many toes. Huh? Good morning, miss. Can I help you?
Just went to the cop shop.
Pardon?
I want to report a murder.
She turned herself in.
I've committed a murder.
This is the kind of thing you wanted.
Murder?
Yes.
Where?
In my house.
Where's that?
I don't know. It's somewhere, I don't know.
Now, what's your name, miss?
What?
Your name, what is it?
Come on, miss, you better tell us.
I don't know.
Has she got that? I forgot what it's called.
can't remember.
The amnesia after a
I
traumatic
don't.
event.
I can't remember
Okay, miss,
anything.
come on, we'll go in here and sit quietly, eh? There. Just sit down. Now, let's just sit down there.
Well, could you ask Dr. Summers to get here as soon as possible, please? Yes. Yes, a woman. No, I've no idea who she is. Well, neither has she.
And she's got... We didn't even ask who she's killed. I know she said she couldn't remember anything, but you never know. Might do. Murder in Mind it's called. Maybe she didn't kill him and...
You don't remember your name?
No, I can't,
false
I'm
memories.
sorry.
All right, then let's... I was going to say let's forget about
I
it.
said him, might be her.
What about the murder?
Murder?
Yes. You came in to report a murder you committed. Tell me about it.
Midnight.
Midnight. Is that when it happened?
The voices.
Voices?
Yes. It has to be midnight. She'll be alone then.
She? What do you want?
I thought you might like a coffee, miss.
Oh, that's fine, thanks. Well, go on, Frosty, I'm handling this.
Oh, yes, Detective Constable.
Might have been nice to have a bit of backup there.
You said she, a woman. You murdered a woman.
Jill.
Jill, who's Jill?
She's blackmailing him.
Blackmail. Is that why you killed her, because she was a blackmailer?
Ali.
What? Is that where it happened, in an alleyway?
Ali.
What, an alleyway in this town?
Might be called Ali.
No. In the house. It happened in the house.
All right. Take your time and tell me how you did it. Tell me exactly how you did it.
A poker or something?
Just before midnight. There's a call. It's an important meeting.
Yes.
He has to leave. That's the alibi, you see. He has to leave because he mustn't be involved. And then she'll be alone in the house. No telephone. Nothing. She'll be quite helpless.
But you just said you had a call.
We cut the wires after the call. She'll be quite helpless.
And then?
I'm lost again.
On the last stroke of midnight, break the lock. It has to be then, the very last stroke.
But why is the time so critical?
It isn't the time, it's the clock. It's old and weird, and on the last stroke of 12, it goes crazy.
I see.
It makes a lot of noise. Enough noise to cover the breaking of the lock. We keep meaning to get it fixed.
But why do you have to break the lock in the first place? Don't you have a key?
But it has to look like a break-in. A burglary. In the study, there's a lot of glass. It's very valuable. Some of it's worth thousands. We steal some and make it look like a robbery. And then very gently upstairs, turn the switch. Oh, God, the music's so loud.
Music? What music?
It's Bartok. It has to be Bartok because that's the loudest. It's loud enough to cover everything.
Screams, you mean? Is that what you mean, a screams?
God, the voices stop. Why won't they go away? I don't want to hear them. I don't want to listen.
How did you do it? You killed this girl, this woman, Jill, whatever her name is. How? How did you do it?
With the poker.
And who's the man?
That wasn't psychic. It was
The
all
one who
about
was
the
established to
beginning.
the alibi with the telephone. The one who she was blackmailing. Who is he?
Hello, Tom. Got here as soon as I could.
Wish you had a slower car. Nothing.
So this is the little lady who can't remember anything.
Oh, she remembers a lot. But not her name.
Oh, that dress.
Look, can I stay?
Sorry, outside.
Look, she's been talking about a murder.
Her medical well-being is the first consideration.
Perhaps
Oh,
if it was
Tom,
one of their wives.
Congratulations, by the way.
What for?
Your promotion to detective.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
All sewn up. Young Patterson strikes again.
It seems so worked out, well planned. Break-in, alibi, poker. Darling, aren't you going to...
I'm going to say I feel like I'm more watching The Bill right now. It was his wife. Where's the body, though? There was no body. So murder in mind, it's all in her mind? Do you think you get people like that?
Just a tiny murder,
Those who-
Superintendent.
Those who
Murder.
Well, a report of one, anyway. Young Patterson's handling it.
admit
Oh,
to
he
crimes
is,
they
is he?
didn't do.
Well, you better tell me all about it, didn't you, lad?
I mean, I can imagine death row people doing that to extend the death sentence, but random people. Random murderers, should I say? Not random people.
Sounds totally improbable.
Well, she believes it.
Well, she might. It doesn't mean I have to. Fake break-in, murder. Any break-ins reported after midnight?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you didn't think to check, eh?
I didn't get round to it.
Frosty?
No, nothing, sir.
There, you see? Well, Doc.
She's definitely amnesiac and suffering from mild concussion, too. But there's no sign
So
of
was
bruising.
her car.
She'll come out of it pretty soon. Be able to remember everything.
Including the murder?
Ah, yes. Tom told me about that.
Well, what do you think? Just a
I
minute,
just
just a minute. What's your opinion, Arthur? Could she be telling the truth?
It's possible. I doubt it, though. She's had a bump on the head. She could do or imagine anything.
Imagine, there, you see.
But she seems so definite.
Hard luck, lad.
Uh,
Any idea what caused the concussion?
don't just dismiss it.
Car accident.
That's what I was trying to tell you. I just found an abandoned car skidded off the road about a mile back. No body in it, nothing. Just this book.
What's up?
Take a look.
Oh, she's the author.
Mrs. Drew.
So
You
has,
know who you are now? Mrs. Drew.
has
You see, there's a
fiction
photograph of you
merged
and your
with
husband.
reality in
We've
her head?
contacted him. He's coming to collect you. Do you remember who you are now? Mrs. Drew, Mrs. Betty Drew. Your husband's a famous author.
Oh, he's
You've
the
now
author.
heard of him. And I don't read detective novels.
Well, you ought to. I've read that book, Mrs. Drew. As a matter of fact, I'm a big fan of your husband's. You wouldn't like the plot much, though, Patterson. You've heard it before. It concerns a husband and wife for murder or blackmailer.
Is that all it was?
Her
Just a
story.
plot? There never was a murder.
The voices.
What about these voices, Mrs. Drew?
I'm tired.
The doc said to let us sit quiet. Just until your husband arrives, Mrs. Drew.
Should you really dismiss it? Should you?
Murder her at midnight.
It seemed real at the time. She made it seem real.
Didn't you know, lad, that fiction is always more real than fact? Ah, it's Mr. Drew, isn't it?
Good, yeah,
I'm
that was
Superintendent
quick.
Turson.
How's my wife?
Oh, she's fine, fine. The doctor's given her a sedative. The car's all right, too.
Never mind about the car. Where's Betty? She's in here, sir.
At least he's more concerned about his wife and the car. That's a loving relationship.
Darling. Come on, my sweetheart. We'll get you home.
You see, it's all coming back now, isn't it?
I'm sorry to have given you all this trouble.
No trouble at all, sir. It's a great pleasure to meet you, Mr. Drew. I've read all your novels, you know.
He
Yes,
might
sir, you've given me
be
many happy hours.
Thank you.
doing those
Read them all
crimes.
except the latest. I haven't been able to get a copy of that one.
I'll get Jill to send you one.
You know when
Jill.
people do crimes to...
Who's Jill? My secretary.
You know when people do crimes to research how crimes are done, basically? Perhaps if it's that, and then the guilt in her... The guilt in her is eating away at her.
I told you before about driving too fast, especially when the roads are wet. Still, no recriminations, huh? Where were you going, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember anything except last night.
Last night.
Well, we did have dinner here last night, didn't we?
Yes, indeed we did. Come on, come to bed.
I think a murder has to have been committed.
Darling. You do remember me, don't you?
George.
George. The man you married. The man who loves you. Come on, you come and lie down. Lie back. And I'll get you a nice cup of tea, huh?
Did we really need a bum shot, really? We didn't need that. Ow. See, there's the fireplace. Was it a stove? Yeah, poker. A poker. Yeah, fire poker, that's right.
I'm going to town, back later. You think you can hold the Fort Patterson? Just sit back, relax, and read a good book.
He's got a dirty
You can
laugh.
laugh.
Well, you know what they say? Laugh and grow fat.
What? Who says that? I've never heard that. And I'm 43.
Suppose there had been a murder, like she said.
Oh, well, there wasn't, Tom. If there had been a break-in or a murder, we'd have heard about it by now.
Yes. Unless it was planned, but something went wrong. Or perhaps it didn't happen.
What do you mean?
Well, you saw when she came in, she was half dazed.
Oh, she'd been in a car crash.
Yes. But where was she going so fast that the car skidded off the road? And
I like
anyway,
that shot.
we've all assumed that it was a car crash that shook her up, haven't we? Suppose it wasn't. Suppose it happened before that.
Before?
Yes, they planned to murder a girl named Jill, didn't they? Now, there is a girl named Jill.
Oh, come on, Tom. Jules.
And the murder did go as planned, but then she panicked. She jumped into the car.
And he just let her go, I
No,
suppose.
he didn't, no. She'd taken the car, so he had to go back.
What for?
To cover up, hide the body.
Listen, if George Drew ever runs out of plots, I can tell him where to come.
Now, obviously, because he's been ridiculed, this is what happened.
Anything at all. Well, you'll get some rest and we'll talk about
That's
it
what I
later,
think.
huh?
Or has she confessed to a murder that has not yet been committed? Maybe not. That was... Well, mind you, it's a poker. Was that blood or was that, like, soot? Jill, are you in there? Answer me, Jill.
What are you doing?
Oh, I finally got around to storing those old reference books.
Check it. Check it.
You ought to be resting.
Where's Jill?
Well, you know quite well she... No, perhaps you don't. Well, she went out to see her brother or something. Come on, back to bed.
George, look, I don't remember a thing about the last 24 hours.
Well, possibly
You
you never
drug
will.
her.
That can happen, you know. But I can assure you there was nothing particularly exciting.
But if there was, I'd remember.
No, not sure.
Look, if something perfectly terrible happened, I would remember, wouldn't I?
Depends how traumatic it is. People deal with things in different ways. But she was holding the poker.
I just thought I'd take a look round Drew's place.
And what about when the superintendent gets to hear of it?
But he won't, will he, Frosty?
The snowman. Sorry. It's 1 week before Christmas. Still batch recording these. I do hope you're enjoying these. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying them or which one's been your favourite episode so far. I'd be so interested to hear and read your comments on this. On the show, that is. Not just saying you're crap, give it up. Would have used another word there, but I'm afraid of YouTube's new age rating, age restrictions for swearing. I was looking at you. Was there a body in there? Didn't see. Show him the hamper. Show him it.
Hello, Mrs. Drew. Do you remember me?
Yes, of course. Come in.
Thank you. I'll only stop a minute. I was just passing.
It's nearly 12. Is it going to do that chime?
I just wondered how you're getting along now.
Well,
I think you timed it for that.
Deserves a drink at least.
Thanks.
He's driving. He's a copper. He's a detective.
What did you have? Scotch, Mr.
Patterson, Tom Patterson. Yes, Scotch is fine. That's a nice collection of glass you've got here. Some of it must be very valuable, I think.
That's what she said.
All of them are
Not
valuable.
the glass.
And a couple of them priceless.
Thanks. It seems vulnerable here. You don't worry about burglars, then?
Oh, I do. Now look at it this way. The
Is that
world's
murder she's planning
worries.
against her husband?
the H-bomb, burglars, crossing the road, cirrhosis of the liver. I just put the worries behind me and trust to luck. Cheers.
Cheers.
Your casing, the joint.
Ah.
Don't forget, cops and robbers are my business.
I'm sorry, it's just a habit.
Good one if you're a policeman. And what conclusions have you come to?
You're a writer.
Brilliant.
It pays well, and you worry about taxes.
It doesn't.
I don't. I don't earn enough.
You're lucky.
Don't have enough to pay
I earn
taxes.
1,000, they take away 900.
Bloody everyone has to pay it nowadays.
Yes, I keep that little place in Bermuda to help
Well.
spread the load a bit.
Minimum
And
wage
a
will get
wife.
you to pay it.
That's right, darling. That's the only reason I married you. Pure financial necessity. She's right, though. It does help.
Yeah. Company's in your wife's name and that kind of thing.
I thought you didn't worry about taxes.
Well, I don't, but I spent some time with the fraud squad.
And yeah. Want another drink?
No, thanks.
I'd say he's driving.
It is perfectly legal, Mr. Patterson.
Oh, yes, I know. Have you remembered any more about the murder yet?
Murder?
Yes. When your wife came in, she confessed to a murder.
She what?
Tell him.
Darling, is that true?
Yes. I was just confused.
Well, I'm not surprised living with me. Professional mayhem maker. You know, we even discuss murder at breakfast.
Yes, well, I must be going. Thanks for the drink. Oh, Jill.
Jill?
Yes, the inspector wants to ring her. Remind her about the book that she promised to send him, but he doesn't know her second name. What is it, please?
Pembury. It's Jill Pembury.
Jill Pembury. Thank you. Bye. Thanks again for the drink.
It's a pleasure. I must get that thing fixed one of these days. Well, goodbye.
Bye.
Exactly what she said. I'd be getting a search warrant for that house. No search warrant yet. Might be doing it during the break. Maybe he has. Maybe he's got a search warrant now.
No, I'm not going to do it.
If only adverts were that fast in real life.
Look, the case is closed, Tom. Closed.
Come on, humour me. What harm can it do? Please. 279-415.
I'm only doing it so you'll stop this once and for all.
Well, Miss Pembury? No, I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. Who is this?
Oh, this is Social Security, sir. We have a query on Miss Pembury's documents. It's something we can handle over the phone, save time.
Deception.
Could you tell me when she'll be back, please?
No, I think she went to see a relative and then on to the hairdresser's. I've no idea.
Yeah, oh, I see. Come on.
You must have heard that.
I wonder if you could help us, sir. Could you tell me Miss Pembury's current address?
Yeah, she lives in Carlington. What did you say your name was? Hello?
So, she's not there.
Now he's going to know there's something suspicious.
Yes, it is.
It's very unusual. Yep. Come on, we better get 3 squad cars and go and break the door in.
Oh, search warrant.
I'm not going to do that. But I will check a little further.
He got me there. I thought we were going to search the house.
What are you playing that for?
Oh, hold on. You can't have forgotten that. Bar talk in the bath is my favourite luxury. But perhaps it's a bit loud, huh? Yeah, how's that?
I thought you were supposed to play classical music loud. Like the loud classical music, not the peaceful, quieter ones like Moonlight Sonata. I always said if I got rich, I would get into classical music.
I told you to drop it.
Please, just
George
never going to
Drew's an
happen.
influential man. You
I
mess
would.
about with his
I've
private
been
life.
to the house.
Yes, without my permission.
Look, sir, there are things there she talked about. The glass, shelves full of it, and the clock that goes strange at 12. I've seen them. And they didn't come out of a book.
How'd you like to be back on the beat?
Well, I'll chance it. I'll stake my instinct against this.
A clock.
That was the bill.
And Jill Pembury, the girl they planned to murder.
Now, don't start all
Look, she
that again.
exists, but she isn't around anymore.
What?
Drew said she went to the hairdresser's, so I checked everyone in the area. Paul's hairdressers know her very well. She goes there regularly, but not today. She didn't have an appointment today.
Oh, come on.
So then I checked the Carlington directory. Jill Pembury's got a flat there. The caretaker hasn't seen her for 2 days.
Now, yes, now you're going to let him take it on.
What do you think, Frosty?
Well, we've known stranger things.
You certain about that?
Yes.
Long show.
The caretaker hasn't seen
I
her?
spoke to him personally.
So I've still not been to the doctors about this eye. I need to.
Hello.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I must ask you about Miss Jill Pembry.
What about it?
Would you like to
Look, I don't understand. What is this
speak?
about
You
Jill?
will, sir, when we've had a chance to talk to Miss Pembry.
Well, maybe ages she went out.
When, sir?
This what? Look, I know the virtues of cooperating with the police, but I'm beginning to get a little impatient. Now, what is this about Jill?
We want to see her, sir. We insist.
You insist?
I know where she is.
Under the stairs? Maybe?
Darling, this doesn't
Oh, the
concern
shadow.
I know where she
Thought he had a
is.
big...
Don't you know if
Thought I
I
missed
do-
it quite a bit.
I'll show you.
My wife isn't herself.
The key.
Darling, you're not well.
The key.
What do you want the key for?
I want to find Jill.
Are you saying Miss Pembry is in there?
Open it, George.
You're not well. Well, you know perfectly well
Do you have a
she's-
key to that cupboard, sir?
Yes, of course I
Well,
have.
if you wouldn't mind.
What kind of investigation is
It's
this?
no good, George. They know. I told them.
I know what?
It'd be easier if you opened the cupboard, sir.
We can break it open.
All right, you open the thing.
He might have moved the body now. It has been a while. No, I'm still talking like it is murder. We don't know. Might not be. So was there a body in there before? Oh, she might have just seen that. You'd have to go right to the bottom to do a
I
proper
don't
search.
understand.
Now, what were you expecting to find?
I thought...
Jill.
Oh, she's not
Aren't I
dead.
going to be introduced?
Are you Jill Pembry?
Yes. What's going on, George?
I don't know, but I'm waiting for an explanation.
It's a mistake, sir, a very bad mistake.
The detective's in trouble.
I'm sorry, sir.
What kind of a mistake?
I thought Miss Pembry was missing.
Missing? But, George, didn't you tell them you'd give me some time off?
Yes, I did, but I don't think they believe me. Glad you came back, anyway.
Well, of course I came back. I had to see my brother in town, and while I was there, I had my hair done.
Can't apologize enough, sir. If you wish to lodge a complaint,
Oh, just forget it. Just forget the whole thing.
you might, sir, but I won't.
You can't just take his promotion away, though, can you? For one, I mean, he was doing his job.
Oh, don't go in there, for Pete's sake. Not unless you've got fireproof ears.
But I left my stethoscope in there.
Oh, I think it'll be safe. I mean, if the
I
superintendent
can't
hits him,
react to
he'll
Heartbeat
use his
because of all the
fists.
songs, I'm afraid. I
Oh,
did look
hello,
into it.
I thought you'd be back for that.
Thanks very much.
I'll be at home if anyone needs me for it. But just make sure if I am called that it's for something with facts behind it.
Yes, sir.
Ah, the eagerness of youth. Not new to us, is it, Frosty?
Well, it's perfectly natural.
Give you a hard time, did he? You know, Frosty, I think he's suffering from shock. Well, I shall have to prescribe something. How about a drink? On me. Come on. Doctor's orders.
Thanks.
I'm going to say, I wouldn't refuse if I, well, I could still have a Beck's Blue or something. what I've got now. Not affiliated or endorsed by them. Just
George,
don't want
tell
to
me
dig it
about
on
your
camera.
accident. That was awful. How are you feeling?
Just in case.
I'm all right.
Even though it's
there's nothing I
non-alcoholic.
can do or get you?
Nothing.
All right, then. That was crazy about the murder. George told me you confessed to murder. Who did you think you'd murdered?
You?
Silly. It's just a mistake.
Still say they murdered somebody. Or
I must have been out of my mind. Well, literally.
it was a plan for
I'm
murder.
embarrassed about it now.
Well, obviously the police didn't take you seriously.
That's still to happen.
I mean, you're still at liberty.
Oh,
Why would they kill her, though?
You sure you're all right?
She works for them.
yes. Jill, why don't you take a holiday?
What?
Well, just
Just in
go
case.
away from here for a couple of weeks. It'd do you good.
But I've already had my holiday this year. Don't you remember?
Gonna get one.
No. I don't remember everything.
Look, get some rest.
Nearly, you only get like one holiday a year. In the 70s. I hope she's getting paid well. Yes, it's an upcoming murder, isn't
by the
it?
fire dog, eh?
Good. What do you want? Bottle of stout?
Yeah, thanks.
I tell you, I won't be blackmailed like this any longer. I've already put up with it for too long. I was a fool to believe you in the first place. A man can be pushed just so far, and then he starts to fight back. Starts trying to do something about it.
It's coming along fine, isn't
Oh,
it? What? George's new book.
I thought it was in her head
Oh, he
again.
churns them out, I never knew. But he always does. And always on time.
It's careful planning. Meticulous attention to every detail. That's right, isn't it, darling?
Night.
Hi, darling. Where we got to?
Did he say right, darling, to Jill? And they're planning on killing her and the wife.
I was a fool to believe anything she told me. Murder, blackmail.
Don't dismiss it
It
yet.
wasn't your fault, really, you know, Tom. You took it too literally and she led you astray. She probably regrets it now.
So do I.
Well, that type always do. Neurotic. They do or say something wrong and take the whole burden of guilt upon their own shoulders.
Something
One of
went wrong with the
nature's
sound
born
there.
sufferers.
It wasn't me.
Hollow voices. I don't know what you meant by that, hollow voices.
She didn't mean anything. Her mind was addled. She was all mixed up.
Well, they haven't killed her yet, anyway.
Yet
Killed
being
who?
the word.
Jill Pembury. They were planning to kill her, you know.
Come on.
What are you doing?
I've overprescribed for you. You're not driving, are you?
No.
Good. Nice brisk walk in the fresh air will do you good.
Listen, as from tomorrow, I'm going to get all the fresh air I need.
He got demoted. He was following up on a murder. Well, I never liked the taste of stout.
Ready?
I like tar. Not the thickness, the taste.
Addison, this is Millet, 21 Culvert Cottages. Claims there's a submarine in a duck pond. Look into it, will you?
What?
Public relations, lad. Off you go.
Submarine in a duck
Well,
pond.
Patterson, I shall expect a report in triplicate, of course.
Yes, sir.
This time yesterday, you was a
Being very
detective.
hard on him.
Yes, I know.
He's a good lad. And basically, he's a good copper.
Basically an excellent one. But he has to learn, Frosty. We all had to. He's been on the beat for 2 weeks now. Another couplet, I'm bringing back inside.
Oh,
But don't you tell him. You give him one hint.
Now, don't you threaten me, Superintendent. Just remember, I'm the one who makes the tea around here.
That's an important job. Very important job.
Are we going out tonight?
No, I don't think so. I thought a quiet dinner at home, all right?
Yes, fun. I mean,
Oh, coffee for me, though.
No. Yeah, she's around somewhere. Hold on.
who is it?
It's for Joe.
Should she be taking personal calls at her place of work?
Jill?
I nearly said her residence
Jill.
of work.
It's Ali on the phone for you.
I'll take them down.
Ali! I said it was a name.
Ali?
Ali. Alan. Jill's brother, you know. Well, maybe you don't.
I thought more for Alison.
You met him. Anyway, he's the black sheep of the family.
Ali?
What? Is that where it happened? In an alleyway?
Ali?
An alleyway in this town?
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, honey. I understand. He's in town tonight.
And yes, he's in town tonight.
Police, hello? Hello?
Can I speak to Mr. Patterson, please?
Who is this, please?
It's Mrs. Drew, Mrs. Betty Drew.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Drew. Well, I'm afraid Constable Patterson isn't here at the
She
moment.
should have been called Nancy.
Is there anything that I can do?
No, thank you.
Shall I ask him to call you back?
No, really, it's not important. It's not important, really.
Shall I tell him that you...
It's not important, she said. But it is important. She has foreshadowed a murder. Is it foreshadowed or foresaw? Let me know.
Oh, did you have a vital, energizing day?
2 parking tickets, 1 lost dog, and a grim fracas in the main street.
Bad?
The protagonists were armed.
Eh?
Both of them with water pistols.
Yeah.
They felt the strong hand of the law on their backsides. Is there any coffee?
Can't do that, that's assault.
Tom, there was a call for you.
Huh?
That Mrs. Drew.
What did she want?
Unimportant, she said.
Why did she call in the first place?
I don't know.
Did you want me to call her back?
No.
Well, I think I'll just find
Tom,
out.
it's going to be winter soon. A cold, hard winter. Do you like pounding the beat in
Now.
the cold?
As I'm recording this, not now as you've got this.
What time's the library closed?
Should be split.
About another half hour, I suppose. Why, what do you want the library for?
Bye then. Rude.
Night, Betty.
Are they having an affair? He's really got into those books, hasn't he? The Last Murder. I was going to make a joke if I couldn't read that and say The Last Airbender.
What are you staring at?
I wasn't staring. Just admiring.
I don't think it's a loving relationship. I think he's having it off. I got it wrong. He's having it off with the, I don't know what they're called, the people, it's secretary basically.
George Drew.
And they're planning on killing her.
Successful? Oh,
printed in 14 languages. My Working Methods by George Drew. Take all the unrelated elements of the plot, write them down, mix them up, and put them together piece by piece like a jigsaw puzzle. Well, if it's good enough for George Drew, it's good enough for me.
I think we're going to twig onto something there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Liar.
You're on duty.
Yeah. Cyril's wedding anniversary. I said I'd stay over until he got here. Yeah, could say the same to you.
It's not my wedding anniversary.
No.
I'm not even married.
I mean, you went off duty ages ago.
Oh, well, I came back, didn't I?
You're not getting paid for the overtime.
What are you looking for?
Report I made on the Drew case.
Oh, Tom, now, come on.
It's purely academic interest, Frosty. Purely academic. I promise you.
Sorry I don't have 12 fingers to be able to count to 12 earlier on. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do the last two. I was going to go like that. Well, I'm not sorry I haven't got 12 fingers. I'm glad I haven't got 12 fingers.
Hollow voices. Alleyway.
No, I have nothing to do with an alleyway.
Steel glass. Break. Lock.
See, at least he didn't give up on it, like the others.
And Bartok. Bartok. Oh. All the unrelated elements.
Why don't you just write it all in one piece? Doing it like an evidence board. That's why. Oh, that jigsaw puzzle thing you mentioned. Who's that? Who's this calling at this time?
Hello. Yes, speaking. Oh boy, do you know what time it is?
Thank you.
Well, couldn't it wait till the morning?
Not exactly what I said, but still
Well,
carried
we'll
on
be
the
there
Peter
till
Kay
after
thing.
All right, I'll do it. Goodbye.
What is it?
Oh, it's that American publisher. He's flying out at 2 a.m. Wants to see me before he goes.
Lisa?
Yeah, that's what I said, but it's important. He wants to sign that serialization deal now. Could mean a lot of money. Worth a trip to see him anyway.
Is that not a little bit fishy? Really? I'd follow him. Oh, mind you, he might be driving. Just can't follow him then. Unless I've got two cars. Phone car for alibi. Phone call for alibi. That was the phone call. Oh. But there's no American publisher.
Sorry you had to be disturbed. Sleep tight. See you in the morning.
So, who can his alibi be? It is her.
Night.
Who's say she might have gone back to sleep. Don't shout. Yeah, you might want to be getting out of bed, love. So was it Jill who drove away?
You want some coffee, lad?
So is it going to end up with her
That's right,
killing
you
him
sleep it off.
and then going full circle?
It's been a hard week.
Would it be better to kill her first, then do the messing up?
Okay.
Voices. All over voices.
You might want to be getting over there. Oh no, it was Jill. What happens if it's Jill who dies? The voices.
Suspects nothing.
But that business with the police a couple of weeks ago.
Mix-up. Anyway, the alibi's all arranged, isn't it? Ali's standing by.
George.
You're sure he's reliable, Ali?
Oh, it's brother who did it.
Tomorrow morning. He has to. I've got too much on Brother Alan.
And the car?
Parked right behind the trees. No one can see it. Darling, you are sure?
That fires like a megaphone. Or if it's like talking through the paper cups. That turned open on the page that he needs to solve the case. See, if he all gave up like, if he gave up like the others.
Any coffee, Frosty?
Oh, the sleeping beauty awakes. No, don't move. I just want to drink you in.
Coffee. Black.
Oh, it's at midnight when that happens. Right. How the hell did she know all this? I hope he finds something out quickly. But it was her with the poker, unless it signified she was going to get hit with the poker. Like the poker used on her.
George. We don't have to.
We do.
Divorce.
No, it's not possible. Even if she agreed, it's not possible. Betty and I are inseparable. Financially, we're inseparable.
Do you remember when I said there was a loving
It's the
couple?
only way.
I take it back.
Tell me you love me.
I love you. I love you.
Thanks for the coffee.
He wants to figure it out quickly. It must take more than 15 minutes to get there. Well, maybe. Yeah, but they live quite close. Well, maybe she was driving.
See you, Frosty.
What's the matter?
Assumption of guilt.
Eh?
She didn't say that. It was Summers who said that. Doc Summers, he said that. Assumption of guilt. What's his telephone number?
Whose telephone number?
Summers, what's his number?
Very well, thank you for calling him at this time. Look, it's nearly midnight.
I know, that's why I want to call him. What is it?
He might not want to be making phone calls. He might want to be getting over there. In order to make it look like a robbery, wouldn't he smash the glass? 'Cause it was locked. I think it was locked. Has it got a lock on it? That was expensive. No, don't go back to sleep. Jump out the windows.
Doc, it's me. Patterson, Tom Patterson.
Is it an emergency?
Emergency? Well, it might be. Look, I know it's late, but I just had to clarify something with you.
Not at this hour.
No, don't hang up. You remember a couple of weeks ago you examined that woman, Mrs. Drew?
Who?
Drew. That's right, yes, the one who got me busted. Well, you remember when you examined her, you said that she was highly strung. The sort of woman who might assume guilt, neurotic. Well, look, Doc, suppose a woman like that heard a crime being planned that involves someone she loved very much. What might she do? Panic. Well, that'd fit, wouldn't it? And then suppose she had a bad bump on the head. Well, that'd mix it all up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
She'd come out only half remembering, perhaps not even wanting to remember anything at all. She might then assume the guilt, mightn't she? Take the guilt on her shoulders.
So she heard her
pretend it was her.
murder being planned.
Well, thanks, Doc. I'll talk to you again.
That is something I'd want to remember.
The superintendent will eat you alive after he's roasted you.
Take your time and tell me how you did it. Tell me exactly how you did it.
Just before midnight.
They're not talking quiet.
There's a call. It's an important meeting.
Yes.
He has to leave. That's the alibi, you see. He has to leave because he mustn't be involved.
This is exactly what she said.
And then she'll be alone in the house. No telephone. Nothing. She'll be quite helpless.
But you just said you had a call.
Oh, she's thinking back.
We cut the wires after the call.
She's twigged on. Is it too late? Hope not. I thought you were hearing them talking. That's a crowbar, not a poker. So I think she's going to kill... Let's kill Jill. He said it was Jill. Yeah, he might want to be getting out of bed. Oh, it's the... I'm sure you've got a drain pipe or trestles or something to climb down. But the cop's on his way. Hopefully he can get there in time. Did she say anything about a creaky stair? See, he could just say he's back and then murder her. The music. I know the music's loud, but he couldn't hear the shout. Hopper? Now, I think he might have done a switch to the copper. Why does she shout? Shout. And he saved her. She's going out the window. Well, they know now. The cops know. Bye. I thought he swung her to it then. Can he have a double promotion now? Got no sympathy for him. Oh. I want to know if he got a double promotion or something. And I wanted him to be credited by his higher ups. Well, I did enjoy that. I liked how it gave the fragmented story to begin with. Then how it all started slotting into place, like he said, like a jigsaw puzzle. Sorry, I thought I saw something there. Like a jigsaw puzzle all slotted into place. So yeah, I did enjoy that. I mean, no, the twist was quite easy to figure out in that one. Well, when it got to enough clues. Sign out. Yes, I think that was a little bit of a shorter episode that time. I think normally they run for like 1 hour 10 minutes. This one was 1 hour 5. But yes, as I said in the credits, that was an enjoyable episode. The twist, well actually, I said the twist wasn't that good during the credits. Yes, the twist was good. I just said it all slotted into place. She said she committed a murder at the beginning. It turned out she was going to be the murdered. So, yes, I like that one. I still enjoyed the twist of the third episode more, but that was in a completely different vein. I mean, the third episode was a horror kind of twist. This one was a murderous twist. So with that, I thank each and every one of you for watching. I gratefully appreciate each and every one of you. If you're on YouTube and you want these to come round quicker, this is the 6th episode. I keep looking over there because that's where, like, it tells me what episode it is. It's the 6th episode. There's 4 more to go in this series. But if you like these shows, thumb it up. The more thumbs up it gets, the quicker it shall be scheduled back to come back. I mean, it will be gone for about maybe a year at least, unless I can't find any other shows to fill it with, and then it'll come back quicker anyway. But thank you, and if you could also subscribe as well, that would really help me out. And the channel, and it would help you out as well, because because it will let you know when new videos go live, and it'll let you know if there's any that you're interested in as soon as they go live. And the channel, as of recording this, is not being noticed in the slightest. It's not being pushed out by YouTube. Maybe they don't like pushing out channels that have a lot of content claims on them. So shout outs, word of mouth, social media, and anything like that for the channel, not the videos. I don't want you getting claimed. I would gratefully appreciate it if you could try and send people this way, please. I would honestly love you for life. Just like I do on my Patreon members. It is you that is bringing content to me to allow me to bring content back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I love every single one of you. And I thank you ever so much for subscribing to me. Whether you're in the Tier 1 YouTube Early Access, Tier 2 up to, and not including VIP tier for the exclusive shows, and the VIP tier for all the shows as once a month I've edited, gets uploaded for you. You can be a year in advance, maybe even 2 years in some cases. So with that, thank you everyone again. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.